Allegiant Stadium, opened back in 2020. Today it's Week 12 of the NFL. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. For the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. You're the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. Forces a punt situation on 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. This is taken at the 23. Calling an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something
after last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in to talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. The Raiders at 7-3 now on the year. And they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
To throw is Phillips. On 1st and 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw. Phillips. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll run on 1st down. Fly. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. play action. Phillips sliding out of the pocket. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
On first down, Fry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Red, yellow.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
No, I didn't see that guy.
Intercepted. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Lance now on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. At issue here, does the football make contact with the ground and before he secured it? And I think some of these angles are going to give us a pretty good look.
Security is the important part because the ball can't touch the ground.
Hey, green, red, cycle.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his man complete. That's Black. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle they go. Fry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down now. Fry. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll run on first down. Fry. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
A nice run here early on. It didn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Phillips to throw on.
Oh my gosh.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Brad, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get it next time out.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
That's an early scrimmage reviewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they're going to giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yards to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at about the 28. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk and reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. A first down there on a pickup of 25. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down here in the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try to take you out of that.
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Micah Parsons drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They got to figure that out.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Deep down there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing his Lance on third down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up fourth. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now making their way toward the huddle. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Fry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down. Fry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. DeForest Buckner in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. Fighting through, and he's got space. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy can block, a guy can catch, and a guy can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they're just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
As we break it down on Next Gen Stats, that entire play wound up taking just 2.4 seconds beginning to end, so they were on him in a hurry. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
And he's going to go down again. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. He'll look to set up his blockers. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raiders heading out to take over. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much when you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Hey, move. Black shot.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Why was DeMarco Bradley in there?
Just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Lance looking to throw it. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 41, Lance. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Here's Lance. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his back.
Touchdown for
Oh my gosh.
Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense heading back for one final 1st half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to take another shot here. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back to throw. Phillips. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Up the middle they go. Fry. So we're at halftime with our score set. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Here's Phillips throwing on first down. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot to the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
On 2nd down now. Fry. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try to make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On 2nd down, Fry. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Phillips.
Oh my gosh.
Intercepted for the 4th time today. And the 49ers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
No.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Down.
On the handoff, running left, Singletary. And he'll
Where he's
go
going.
down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give them a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Nick Red.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from second and 13, they're back to a more manageable third and 8. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Lance now to throw. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, don't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out and try to work for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come out perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
And they'll get this just to the 47, a 1-yard gain. Still 9 remaining on second down. Off the play fake, Phillips. He flings his man, complete. That's Black. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. On first down, Fry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off the bootleg, Phillips out to his left. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Fry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have retaken a third-quarter lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goal means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through. That's great for the overconfidence.
On the sideline, difference in the feeling between 3 and 6 is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, that tells you you're getting it done.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Right back to Singletary on second down. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Lance now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Throwing again on second and 10. Lance, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Lance going to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 31. Now Lance again. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Eluding the and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD. That's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. Rolling to his right.
Oh my gosh. The freaking camera was all fucked up.
Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Phillips. And this one is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
On second down now, Fry. And he'll get maybe a couple with that up to the 46.
What an advantage having an elite guy to build the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now Phillips on third down. Wide open receiver complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. The end result, 21 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball in his hands.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Are you kidding?
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jamar Chase, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead.
No.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So the drive winds up moving 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a couple yards deep will go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
And this complete to Mitchell. And they'll get this just
Tell me it was holding.
1-yard gain.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official.
Still first down. Let's go. One, blue, check. Smith, red. Smith, yellow. Officer, green.
Now Lance. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Lance. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of the first down. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route,
He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape. But can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all secure. Don't turn it over.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Fry. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 136 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Well, partner, anytime someone tells me the fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road a lot more difficult.
There's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Lance to throw it.
Oh my gosh.
At the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Here's Lance. Gets this to Gibson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Lance back to throw. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. On a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Looking deep downfield, and this is caught.
You gotta be kidding me.
It's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And that's out quickly to Chase. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as again it was still 1:20 left to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Fry, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Fry. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw. Phillips. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance with that completion. That's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
Feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. On second down. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Black open.
Off play action. Phillips. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Off the play fake. Phillips. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Looking to throw. Phillips. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point right down the middle. These guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. Touchdown soon at their partner, and then the kickoff there at the end, just a formality to knock the final seconds off and send everyone home.
Yeah, it's awfully nice when you're kicking off late, knowing that even if you give up a big return or a touchdown, it doesn't matter, right? You mentioned the word formality. Good job by them putting themselves in that situation where kicking off did not matter.
So for Las Vegas, they keep pacing the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.